guys. It's the Wendy Williams experience, and I'm going to share something with you. Number one, Miss Cherry, old DB's mother, is going to call next hour, not this hour, because Russell Simmons is going to come in right now, and he's going to, drop some jewels on us for just a moment. But can I tell you something about about America's foremost psychic medium who just left the studio, Tana Hoy? Okay, remember my intern Zoe screaming from the back of the room? And he said, I see you getting married around 29, and I see twins, you're going to have twins. And he asked her, does she have twins in her family? And she said, she hesitated, and then I said, well, look, we don't have time for that. Zoe's mother, hey Russell, let me just deliver this message. It's really freaky. Zoe's mom was pregnant with twins. One of the twins died, and Zoe is the twin that survived. This man had no idea. Zoe, let me thank you for letting me just share that with the listeners. Wow. All right, so look, here's his telephone number, 614-444-6334, or you can go on his website and find out more information at tanahoy.com. But remember, he does telephone readings. 614-444-6334. And his name is Tana, Tana Hoy, HOY.com. And he's gone. So please stop with your psychic reading, with your psychic median forecast. Now, Russell, first, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
I know you're part of the freaky Hollywood scene.
Why?
You're into your yoga and stuff. Do you get read?
Oh, I got it tomorrow to debuting a big infomercial. I say big because there's so much money was spent on it, and this big thing about yoga, and all the money we raise will go to public education in New York. And the reason I'm saying it because it is a 2-year work of labor, and it was a fight about what is yoga, and yoga, the real truth that's behind it, as opposed to just the workout part.
Where can we see the infomercial?
You'll see it, like wherever you see Billy Blank or them boys. You know what I mean? That whole circuit of, late night,
Why are you holding those crazy beads? I'm holding a crystal.
I always got these joints with me.
You do? What do those do?
It just, I don't know, it count my blessings, or they're prayer beads. I just play with them all the time.
Yeah, our psychic friend our psychic medium friend just gave me a crystal and an awesome reading. And so now I'm holding this too.
These particular beads were given to my friend Al Malnick, who is a Jew, and is by the Saudi Arabian king. Mm-hmm. And it was given to him by the head imam, and he kept them in his safe until he gave them to me about 8 months ago. And so the king of Saudi Arabia gave this to Al Malnick, whose son married one of the, I don't know how many princesses there were, but one of the king's daughters, which was interesting, the Jew that married the Muslim. And
yeah, exactly.
Right, that's kind of.
No, I'm saying exactly. Artists playing crickets. I understand.
Huh? But they got a history. That's all. I just tell you the history because you asked about it.
Let's get back to the. Thank you. Let's get back to the infomercial though. Is it a 30-minute infomercial?
It's 30 minutes. It's got a bunch of actresses and stuff like that. But it's what it talks about is the process, the practice, and it sells tapes. Right? We got like 6 videotapes, and
yoga.
And it's done by the same people who do Billy Blank. Good times. And so they made $600 million gross.
Wow.
off the Tybo.
Wow.
And I was thinking, if they made $600 million gross on Tybo, what can they do selling God? I can't even imagine.
And goodness knows the Simmons family needs more money.
No, not for me. I'm giving mine away.
Oh,
I'm giving the money to the public school system.
Oh, that's right. You did say that in the beginning.
At least the first series. I might.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the first series, I made a commitment to give away.
Yeah, that's hot. So now, who are some of the celebrities who are also into yoga who are going to be on there?
Well, there's Gabrielle Union.
Okay, we love her.
Rebecca Gayheart, Patricia Velasquez. Mm-hmm. The Rev lost 53 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Your brother, the Rev.
Joey lost 53 pounds through yoga. So that was one, and there's some others. But just the idea, and we have there's a series of other people on hold who are waiting, and a lot of gurus like Professor Robert Thurman, who's a Buddhist professor, the foremost Buddhist in America and in North America, and Sharon Gannon, who's my guru, who's the person who's.
Does your wife do yoga?
She does sometimes.
Yeah,
she goes once a week or something like that.
I find Kimora oddly charming, and I really do. wish that you would get her up here on my show.
Right.
I talked to the woman from Vanity Fair who did the article. You probably heard. I had her on the radio and stuff. We, as a show, we all read the article and stuff. And I found her oddly delightful, and I co-sign with you going in there as husband and her biggest cheerleader on that damn show that she had with those nobodies, and letting them know who the real star is and that they need to use her more. I mean,
it was never meant to be negative. The discussions I had with them, which every time there was any conflict, they made it news because it was the best news they could get. If it was something negative about Kimora, it got played, and it was the only press they got.
That's right.
That's all they got was that press. So they, as much as possible, they used it.
Wasn't even giving Ocean's 12 stars over to the show. You know what I'm saying? So what good was she? And those two other nondescript broads, you know?
No, they were sweet girls, but and I think they did a pretty good job. But she could have helped the show had she been given more on-air time, I thought.
Yeah.
And more of a priority.
I absolutely agree.
I'm not going to say nothing, man. I know you're sitting there waiting for me to bomb you. I was like, we had a discussion on the way in. I was asking him if he knew Mr. Lacoste.
Who's Mr. Lacoste?
Lacoste Sportif. What is it? Lacoste. Isn't that Lacoste?
Lacoste shirts.
Yeah, because they're small. And I was just saying, I always tell brothers,
the shirts run
I don't
small.
want them to go back in that direction and have to buy foreigners because.
What are we talking about?
We were buying clothes. His sneakers are Lacoste, and then he got a Lacoste shirt on, and I was wondering.
All right.
You know, I don't know. I'm worried about buy Sean John, man, or something. I think. I'm sorry. We had the discussion away. I know it's kind of odd to come out of left field.
Yeah.
No, the discussion was about, the fact that we had funneled billions of dollars back into our community. I didn't want it to go, and I went someplace and I see people buying, and they're still singing about Nike, and they still sometimes the idea that it's different is better or foreign is better.
Right.
And I just want people to continue to buy their own and support things. And even if it's M&M, buy something that comes from poverty that will maybe uplift someone from poverty.
Right. Is there any part of that Vanity Fair article that behind closed doors that you had a discussion now, Lucy? Because Kimora reminds me kind of like Ricky and Lucy, you all's relationship. Is there any part of that you said, now, Lucy, you didn't have to go there?
I think it's okay. The thing that I believe was left out was what about the whole investment in the jewelry company, or the money that was invested in the cosmetics company, or the furniture company, or what are we doing with this new lingerie license that we have? Mm-hmm. How is the denim business run, and how many employees does she have that work for her in that business? And what about the raising of the kids, and what kind of activities do they have? And what about her investment in just trying to manage the house and then managing me in terms of giving me good direction?
How much does it cost per month to what's the household?
I don't know.
Approximately. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know those numbers, but
you've got governesses and lawn services and all kind of light bills. What's your electric bill per month in that joint?
I don't know, but so long as we give consciousness and also give money back to our community, that little toys. Somebody said you're taking a lot of. Well, how could you have all that stuff? But if you were trying to come to my house, you'd get lost. You wouldn't find it. You go to Saddle River, you drive around, you wouldn't find my crib.
That's why you don't mind showing it like that.
Well, no, the design. What Kimora designed. She's in the furniture business, and she's in the clothing business, and she's in the fashion business, and some of that stuff. And so am I, by the way. And some of those things that you show are part of a process. Show that you have good taste or not, or whatever. That's part of the thing. And sometimes part of your success, you share it even by showing some of the toys that you got.
Yeah. Who were some of the your neighbors there at the compound?
At the compound, I don't know. I don't really, I go to town a lot. I don't know the people that well.
Go to town.
At Ridgewood, it's like the close town.
Okay.
And Ja Rule's around there, though.
Yeah.
And Dave Mays and Benzino live around there. And,
Are you thinking about swooping down and taking Benzino's part of the source and
no, I haven't given any thought to that.
You had your hand in the magazine business at one point.
It's for sale. I did see that.
Yeah, the source.
Yeah.
Would you consider?
No, I got enough to do. I got enough jobs, I think.
Yeah.
But I wish them well.
Yeah.
I know that they've done a lot of good things and stuff, and I'm sorry to see them go, and hope that they do well.
But yoga's the big thing right now that you're pitching.
No. Today I'm here because we started a music company.
Okay.
RSMG, it's the name of the company.
Russell Simmons Group.
Music group. And the record is on fire. Whoever touches it, the phones light up, and they stay lit up until you play it again. It's a magic record. You play it once, and
Is this my copy right here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hold on to this until Kimora comes up.
Thomas Lytle, the vice president of promotion, said you would give me a blast off.
I'm holding this ransom. No, I would love to interview your wife.
You play it for yourself, you're going to feel uncomfortable, and then you're going to have to play it.
No, what I feel uncomfortable about is that
there's two records that the reason I got in the record business.
I started out with a big question mark over my head about your wife.
I don't know when she's gonna. I don't know when she's going to come. She's really
figure it out.
Not been on any radio. She doesn't come. She was on that one time, and then she decided not to do it anymore on the other station. We don't mention them while we're here.
Shot 97?
Right. But that was one time.
Bang, bang, bang.
But the point is, there's a good, let's go back to the
hip-hop wasn't like that when you had your hands all in like that.
I got a record. Let me tell you a funny story.
Mm-hmm.
The Reverend told me that if I got in the sneaker business and gave him half the company, it would be a blessed business. And Bishop Jordan and the Reverend both said, let me just tell you the story. They both said that you're going to sell hundreds of millions of dollars in sneakers. Now, I know, Nick, black people don't sell themselves sneakers.
Right.
They had never done that before. So I said, well, give him half, and he can come to work. I mean, Tommy and Polo and other people have sneakers, and they don't sell.
Right.
So I didn't worry about it.
So who else is
on
the
And then we sold 8 million pair of the shell toes. Oh, now you got to call shell, the fat classics.
Back to the music
and
group.
So he did this year $120 million in sneakers. So now he tells me, I'm going to go in the studio and I'm going to make a blessed record.
There you go. Okay, here we go.
And he goes to the studio, and in 10 days, he makes what I know is the best record he's ever made. 10 days. 10 songs in 10 days. The album is only 26 minutes, but it's 10 songs.
Okay.
And that album was the source of a bidding war. Mm-hmm. And it ended up that I'm back home at Def Jam, and I'm working for Jay-Z and for L.A. Reid especially. And L.A. Reid paid the most and has been the most supportive, and that record is the second record on the label. This record, if you don't play it today, it's okay. Okay. I ain't gonna threaten her, I'm saying.
Okay.
But everybody else gonna play it because it's that good.
I don't watch the beat of everyone else's drum,
I know,
though.
but you like hit records.
I do.
Well, it's a smash.
I do. You in L.A., did you have a beef at one point with each other?
Never. It was, the media likes to play those kind of games because it's news, that's what they consider newsworthy when people are in disagreement. But the letter was to the entire industry. It was crystal clear. It was not at a time that anybody said there was any strife. It was nothing. It had everything to do with all of us being better mentors.
Yeah.
I think I could have been I always felt that I could have been helpful with Suge and Puff years before everything popped off.
Right.
And I felt guilty when Biggie and Tupac passed. I did some work then, but it was late. And I've always tried to do the best I could to try to support the unity in hip-hop.
Yeah.
And I want Def Jam not to be good, because it's already better than everyone else in that area. I want it to be even better.
Well, I wanted to thank you for coming in. We'll be looking around for that yoga, and good luck with all your ventures.
You're not going to play my record.
And tell your wife
you're not going to play the Butterfly
hello.
record. Wendy, you're not going to play my record?
It's Wendy, man.
I just found out this morning that my supervisor's pregnant.
Damn you, I told you not to do it.
Should I tell my wife what's up?
Plan on a divorce. And as for your job, put that where? Back there.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
I got a duo professional from Amira and Damon. A mouth really is a mouth.
A dual professional. What does that mean?
Same time.
They did it to you at the same time?
Amira and Damon. A mouth is truly a mouth.
Where did this go down?
No, it was in the VIP section.
In the club?
They had me our own VIP section.
And you finished off?
What?
Now, who caught it? When you finished, I
spread love around.
Oh, sure.
I did the Harlem Shake on both of them.
This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
I always tell you guys, I am crafty. I was wicked with the bedazzler back in the day when I had time. I know how to paint. I can sew. I do a little cooking. I'm a wicked with the hammer, the screwdriver. I can make... Listen, when I was living in D.C., I used to live on Sherman Avenue. I made all the furniture in my apartment. I made a couch. I lied to you. I swear to goodness.
Wow.
I lied to you not. I'd be back and forth, like getting the lumber and stuff like that, bringing it into the apartment, making it. I was only making $9,000 a year. I wanted a place that was special. I don't do thrift. Yeah. Goodness knows how many people farted on that couch. You know how much funky spunk is splashed off on that crap.
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
All right. Well, everybody. Wait, hold on. Here, look. Oh, no, that's okay. Well, everybody, welcome back. If you're just turning us on, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it. Well, all right. So TV Guide is showing Wisteria Lane, what all's going on. Okay. So a new boy, it says, comes to live on the block with his mother. They moved there because there was an altercation between him and some girl. He's invited to a party, but his mom won't let him go. So this is, I guess, Alfred Woodard and her son. And an altercation with some girl, I don't know what that means. We'll have to watch on Sunday and find out. Then it goes on to say, excuse me. Sources have provided extra information on some new neighbors, possibly the same people who were recently reported to be moving onto Wisteria Lane and who were said to be involved in the show's mystery. Apparently, they are a deeply religious family, oh boy, who had to move after the teen son made some horrible mistakes. Now his mother has grown so protective that she's hardly allowing him to go out of the house and is stifling him with her many rules on how to live a proper life. I'll say, no, get back in this house. Ain't nothing gonna come good to you. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a little bit of, I guess, how it's going to unfold regarding Alfred Woodard on Wisteria Lane. In the meantime, I saw this in yesterday's paper. It's just a little blurb about 50 Cent. It says, 50 Cent is mighty proud of the quality of women he's been getting. He's bragging on his current record that he was on to something when he dated Vivica Fox, and that he has since bedded several Hollywood unnamed starlets. But asked more recently about those beauties, the rapper went on the defensive. Don't you think it's possible that I could sleep with them women? He growled. This is in Blender magazine. He says, you had to ask that because you want to put Vivica in the article. You like Vivica. Tell the truth. He taunted the interviewer. That's that. Queen Latifah, everybody, is apparently become very cozy with Oprah Winfrey, and I'm talking about don't press that. I mean in the professional sense. However, Hollywood is all the buzz regarding Oprah, and I'm proud to say that Oprah was in town the other day in New York, and she was uptown getting something to eat. And when she opened her door, there happened to be listeners to the show standing around and heard me blasting from inside her car. I guess not blasting, but just loud enough. So she knows we're on the map. Hey, Oprah. I know Gail listens. She told me she does. Gail listens in her office at O headquarters. Hey, Gail. Anyway, so Oprah and Queen Latifah. Apparently, when Latifah was on the show back in March, they really hit it off. Now, I didn't see this show because, I work through Oprah and don't wake up that time of night to watch the repeat. But their conversation, they say, went on long after the cameras stopped rolling. And Oprah was really taken with the Queen and her story and her issues. And Oprah advised her to reconnect with her parents. Now, I didn't know that Queen Latifah had fallen out with her parents. Her father passed away. Wait, no, that was her brother. Yeah, her brother. Her mom and dad are not together, but last I heard, Latifah loved her mother. She's close with her parents, but maybe there was a little falling out. I don't know. According to Roger Hitz, who wrote the article, it says Oprah advised her to reconnect with her parents and to never forget where she came from. And then the two of them had made plans to get together this spring at Oprah's place in Montecito, California, where they're going to work on a project together. Oh, I mean, Latifah, you're already making a way for yourself, but now you're really in. You're really in. You, Oprah, Hallie. Wow. Latifah's really part of the inner circle now. Now hit it. Because Oprah. How you feeling, Oprah?
How you doing? How you doing?
The kids holler loud. Oh, okay. Kids holler loud and proud about Oprah. But you know what? It is what it is. I mean, you know.
Nothing wrong with it.
Well, Elizabeth Hasselbeck from The View had her baby. I haven't seen The View in a minute, so I guess she hasn't been there, huh? She delivered the baby on April 7th. Who cares? I mean, congratulations to Elizabeth, but whenever she talks on the show, I feel about her like I feel about Michelle from Destiny's Child. Shut up. Skip this verse. Can we fast forward? Yeah. Nas is working on a documentary. Actually, he's excuse me? No, I think people care. I beg to differ. Nas is making an appearance in Selena Blakely's documentary on Queensbridge Housing Project. And it's going to I guess it's going to go straight to DVD. But Selena Blake is a filmmaker and has chosen to. The documentary is untitled, but it focuses on the living conditions that residents in Queensbridge housing projects where Nas grew up go through. And Selena Blake is also from Queensbridge, and she says this: when I first moved to Queensbridge, I hated it. My whole passion for doing this for the young folks is for the young folks to realize what they have. There are so many amazing stories. Yeah, sure. Like Ron Artest, right? Ron Artest is from Queensbridge. How about Carol Robinson Edmead? She is the Supreme Court, state Supreme Court justice from Queensbridge. And, a bunch of other people. So, shout out to everybody over in Queensbridge. All right now, carry on. Shout out to everybody in Queens. Okay, I'm going to give you that. Our friend who came during Advice Hour, I'm going to give you his telephone number again. America's foremost psychic medium. His name is Tana Hoy. TANAHOY. His telephone number, and that's .com, or you can call him because he does phone readings, 614-444-6334. He's good.
It's Wendy, man.
I have a boyfriend, and I've been with him for maybe a little over 3 years, and he's just now telling me that he has a child out there somewhere that may be like 5 or 6 years old.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. And we're on the radio, and in just a few moments, I'm expecting a telephone call from Old Dirty Bastard's mom, Miss Cherry. Now, Cherry Jones is the grandmother that the kids, if you were listening the other day, were talking about. And Iceline Jones, Dirty's wife, was here also with her attorney, Steve. But there's always two sides to every story. And I'm interested to hear what Cherry Jones has to say. Is she on the phone now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, Cherry.
Yes, how are you, Miss Williams?
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm trying to hold together.
Well, Cherry, before we go on any further, and I'm not taking anybody's sides on this, but I was brought up properly, and you do respect your elders, and I apologize even if your grandchildren don't.
Yes, thank you so much.
Just for the way that they spoke about you on the radio.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean I don't think that they're foul grandmothers, though. It's just that I think that there's certain things that you shouldn't do in public. And one of them is.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that because it wasn't right.
Well,
at all. I mean, I said about my mom. I don't smoke around her. I've never raised my voice around my mother.
Okay, everybody. This is once again Old Dirty Bastard's mom, Cherry Jones. Cherry, Iceline said that he signed over his checks to you of willing mind and body. Not her, and he didn't have a bank account. Is that true?
Yes. The reason why that he came out of the hospital, he wasn't in his right mind to do anything.
Gotcha.
And if I hadn't taken over, she would have never gotten child support.
So
he has never paid it. I always paid it.
Okay.
Everything was left up to me to do. And if I hadn't taken control and I've left up to him, she wouldn't have got a dime.
Now, how come they never got an actual divorce? I mean, because technically speaking, Cherry, regardless, that is his wife. How come he didn't sign over money to her?
He wasn't with her. They broke up in 95. They got married in 91. He lived with me all his life.
So how come you never encouraged him to pursue an actual divorce, especially because
the lawyers did. The lawyers did, and he wanted it, but the lawyer said it's best to leave things alone.
Yeah, but see, because they left things alone, now he's passed on, and all this is going on.
But nothing is going on, Miss Williams. I've never disputed anything that goes to her can go to her. I never challenged anything, so I don't know what her problem is.
Well,
I never spoke out against anything that goes to her, goes to her.
Well,
I never stepped in and said anything.
Well, I think what Iseline is looking for is whatever money that he left behind. Approximately how much money, if you don't mind me asking?
He never left any money behind. When Dirty came out, he didn't have a dime.
Okay.
Everything that he got was through Jared Weisfeld, giving him jobs. The signing with Rockefeller, he didn't get everything. That money goes toward him putting out the album. She thinks because he signed the contract that he signed that he got the money. He didn't.
Yeah, no, I know. They give you...
He lived from paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And it's sad, but that's the way we live.
Yeah, and so Miss Cherry, at the time of his death, he had been out of rehab for a moment. There was no money through appearances, nothing?
Nothing. The money he had, he took and used it to what he wanted to use for. I can't make him take his money. I can't. That's his, you know?
Yes, I understand.
I'm a mother. I want to say, no, don't buy this or don't buy that. But he's a grown man, and like he said, I work for this money.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell him, listen, you take this and do this.
Okay.
I got him an apartment. His rent was $2,700 a month.
How did he pay that?
I took care of everything. This is what I'm saying.
Wow.
His rent, all the bills, the light and the gas, telephone bills. I took care of everything.
Do you work, Miss Cherry?
No, I worked for NYPD for 17 years.
Oh, so you got a pension?
Yes, I got a pension.
Yeah. So now, Miss Cherry, there will be future earnings, perhaps, if people are interested in buying your deceased son's CD.
Yes, and all that goes to wherever it goes. Has nothing to do with me.
Okay, but it would have something to do with Iseline, who, you know, Miss Cherry...
Well, it goes to her. Nobody's challenging that. No one never did.
Okay.
That's what I don't understand.
So
from the day my son closed his eyes, she was never challenged. Never, not once.
Okay, so then it's safe to say that we're all in agreement that any future earnings should go to Iseline.
Goes to her and the children. That's where it goes, to her and the children.
Well, then why did they
I never stepped forward in the media and said anything about I was trying to take anything from her.
Okay,
Never. Everything goes to her and those children.
Okay, one more.
But her thing, she's trying to cut out the other children.
One more question. Actually, a couple more, because I got to talk about the children. Miss Cherry,
yes.
The show on Spike TV, if that show is a go and they actually do that show, what about...
I don't think the show was a go.
Wendy, I'm also on the phone. It's Jerry.
Yes, I don't think the show was a go.
Okay, but just say, if that reality show featuring Old Dirty is a go, you agree that money should go to Iseline and his children?
Wendy.
To her and to all the children.
Wendy.
Nothing was ever set to go to his mother. Never.
Yes, Jared, are you on the phone?
Yes.
Okay, the phone line is really weak, Jared. I could barely hear you, but I hear Miss Cherry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I don't hear you so good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, talk nice and loud.
Okay, so Wendy, just so you understand, you're in cable, right? You have a VH1 show.
Yes.
Does your VH1 show, every time it airs, do you get a royalty check?
Yeah, I get money from VH1, but we're not talking about my deal.
But I'm just saying to you,
up in my pocket.
Dirty had a deal with Spike TV.
Right.
First of all, the show's not going to air.
Okay.
Therefore, they're not going to... The deal was front end, no back end.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And everything was paid up in full. That show was filmed 8 months before he passed.
Got you.
So everything was paid. Now, royalties, you don't get royalties in that world of cable.
Right.
So You know, so there are no royalties.
But you get royalties in the world of music. Will Iceline and the children get the royalty checks? Or will they?
Yes, you know what thing? Miss Williams, Russell never received a royalty check in his life. Never.
Wendy, just so you understand,
never received one.
Dirty's royalty checks since 1997 have been garnished by the L.A. County Sheriff's Department.
That makes total sense.
They've been garnished.
You know what?
Thank you. He never received a dime.
You know what? I believe you all totally, and I just can't figure out, Iceline, with all due respect, what was all that rah-rah crap that you and your kids brought up here the other day?
Thank you. I don't understand it.
Wendy, just so you should know, since September 3rd of 1997, Russell Jones paid Iceline Jones $272,906.97 in child support. Plus, she admitted in court that she received another $60,000 that she never sent to Albany. That's $332,000 tax-free that Dirty paid Iceline. That's $47,500 a year tax-free, which is equivalent to $60,000 a year.
This is not sounding good for you, Iceline.
He
I'm
also,
not like...
by the way, Miss Williams, was paying for HIP health care for Iceline and their 3 kids.
This is not
and
good.
he didn't have any insurance of his own.
I don't like this.
Thank you. Neither do I. I'm not covered by anything.
I understand
When
what
I
you're
get
saying.
sick, I can't even go to the doctor.
And also, Miss Williams, Iceline
This makes
admitted
sense.
in court that she owned 2 Range Rovers, 1 BMW motorcycle.
What?
And they bought a home out there in Deer Park, a mansion.
Lived in a house with her parents in Long Island. She bought that house in her we believe she bought that house in her father's name so she could appear poor in court. And in December of 2004, Mark Fry, Dirty's attorney, appeared in court where Iceline was still trying to get child support.
10,000 she was going for. He wasn't a puff daddy.
After Dirty had died, she was
Wow.
still trying to get child support.
You know what, you two? I appreciate you for calling.
Thank you so much, because that just makes sense to me. I've never stood in the way of anything.
All right, calm down, Cherry.
I'm too busy giving up my son to think about money. I worked all my life. I can keep on working.
Yes, I'm sorry to hear about the loss of Dirty also. But Miss Cherry, fall back for a minute. Let me hear what Jared has to say.
Wendy,
Yes.
so you should know Cherry and Peter Frankel, Dirty's longtime attorney, are the ones that wrote the medical examiner's office asking to preserve the DNA.
Oh, well, Iceline said that was her who did
No,
that.
it was not. It was my, I have a whole 10-page copy of it.
Okay.
My attorney did it, not her.
Okay, Miss Cherry, based on Old
doesn't-
Dirty's
doesn't
track
make any
record,
sense.
I met 2 of you. I met 3 of your grandchildren. How many other grandchildren?
I love her, and I love her children.
Okay, now what about the
I love
other?
all of them.
Are you all going to do any medical testing to find out whether those kids are his?
Definitely. But you know what thing, Wendy? His name is not on her children's birth certificate. Only one of them.
Oh.
Only one.
Okay, which one of the children is
Vasson. His name is on Vasson. It's not on the other 2.
young dirty bastard?
Yeah.
Wow.
And another thing you should know, Wendy, is that Miss Iceline Jones brought her boyfriend to Dirty's funeral. She brought her boyfriend to Dirty's funeral.
Yeah, but they were separated, so she's allowed to have a boyfriend.
Of course. But she wasn't living with the children. She was living here in Brooklyn with him. The children were living in the mansion out there in Deer Park with her parents.
Listen, I was just trying to make sense of it because I can't believe I'm throwing Iceline under the bus, but you were dead wrong for that one too, Iceline. Bringing some
This is
boyfriend.
not right. For them to bash me that way, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a mother, and when my son died, it's like he didn't have a mother.
Look, you
She
all...
came in and took his body and everything, and it wasn't right. She hadn't been with Dirty since 95.
Damn.
Kidnapped his body.
She kidnapped his
After
body.
he died.
And we were working together. I worked with her. I said, let's make the plans.
Wow.
She just knocked me and his father completely out.
Stephen Mandel is the 4th attorney that she's hired so far.
Wow.
And Stephen Mandel has only been the attorney for maybe 3 days. He's not even the attorney of record in the courts.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you're telling me too much. Oh, this is scandalous. Hey,
And just so you should know, this is what Cherry and I believe. Iceline, going on the radio and television with your children only made us think more about your capabilities of parenting. Your children threaten to beat up a loved one. Allow your children to talk openly about having sex at such a young age. Lying in front of your children. Allowing your children to talk about and even laughing when they spoke of violence. Allowing your children to starve when you have had received over $330,000 tax-free. using your children and media to try and get Damon Dash to give you royalty money when there's no album in the stores yet. Mr. Dash wants all the children to benefit off this album, not just a certain three.
And look, both of you, I appreciate you calling.
Thank you so much, Miss Williams.
I think we've all heard enough, and it really does straighten out a lot.
You know,
Take care.
All they had to do, Wendy, is not since day one.
Yeah.
Sherry and I, it was informed to the judge. Anything they needed, anything they wanted, all they had to do was ask us.
Damn.
Not once have we received a phone call from any of her attorneys asking us to cooperate and help them.
Okay.
They need to realize that Dirty's never gotten a royalty check. All his royalty checks are garnished.
And I believe this, everybody. I absolutely believe this. Wow. Okay. You guys, I got to go.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Miss Cherry,
yes.
Take care.
I will, and you too also.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
You know, I know there's two sides to every story, but why did that side sound so real? I mean, with all due respect, I don't believe Old Dirt died with any money in the bank. And it sounds perfectly plausible that any future earnings are going to be garnished, if not by whatever she said, then by tax collector or what. He was, God, I mean, respect, but he was a mess. Well, shout out to Russell Simmons. Russell, I would like to listen to your song when everybody else listens to it. So we're all going to check it out together in our next segment together. In addition, we're going to try to squeeze in a little Pam Anderson talk. We'll try to squeeze in a little Mimi talk, squeeze in a little Little John talk, and all like that. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody keep it here.
Wendy, man.
I'm looking for a type of job in which I can teach females how to give good professionals. I'm very interested in that. I'm very good at it.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Yeah, everybody, it's 107.5 WBLS, today's R&B and Classic Soul, and the Wendy Williams Experience. Russell, in our next segment, when everybody's listening, because this is a New York local break right now, we are going to blast off your song, Rockabye, by Buddha Fly, first artist on Russell Simmons' music group. So we'll check this out. Here, Art, put that on deck in one of the CDs. We'll blast that off in the next break. In the meantime, everybody, you know that we've got $100,000 that we're giving away here at WBLS. Keep listening for your cue to call in and win, which would be Paul Mooney saying something slick. And in with the slickness, it will be, he'll also tell you, all right, call in now, okay? All right, just keep listening because we've got the money and we want to spread the love right here at WBLS. Also, be listening for your chance to join Champagne aboard the WBLS party bus on April 29th. Many of you have been calling behind the scenes wanting to know about our Foxwoods Resort Casino trip. Well, we're calling it the WBLS One Night Stand. Foxwoods, is closer to us than Atlantic City. And on Friday, April 29th at 7 o'clock, you can board the WBLS party bus and enjoy the excitement of Foxwoods Resort and Casino in Connecticut and party at BB King's nightclub. And then, you party all night. There's nothing like a little breakfast before you board the bus to come back, right? All right, well, at 7 a.m. after the party, you can join us for breakfast as well. Champagne is going to be your hostess with the mostest for this trip. So make sure that you're listening for your chance to join us on the party bus. And shout out to Champagne. She's probably getting her disco nap before her show. She comes on right after Vaughn Harper, right here at midnight. I'm going to be hosting a party in Jersey City. Why am I stuttering? Excuse me. It's the Art disease, exactly. You can always tell when Art is lying, he stutters, or when he's uncomfortable. Anyway, the Gallery in Jersey City. It used to be called Rascals Comedy Club. Okay, well now it's called the Gallery, and it's on Marianne Boulevard in Jersey City. And I'm hosting a grown and sexy party, so please come with your grown and sexy attire. Girls, we can wear the uniform, jeans, some strappy shoes, and a tank top or something. You know our uniform. Men, try to fall in line with the grown and sexy theme. And I'll see you all Saturday night at the Gallery nightclub on Marianne Boulevard in Jersey City, which used to be called Rascals, but now it's called the Gallery. And shout out to DJ Qua. He's going to be doing the music for that one. Artie's bowling tonight in Jersey, per usual. Yeah.
At the Soul Bowl in Union.
At the Soul Bowl. Now, I got an email. Actually, Nicole got it. And it's from somebody from the Rick James camp. And I won't read the whole email, but it ends like this, Art. We're not together anymore. Well, okay. I was engaged to Rick James' sister. We're not engaged anymore. But I think I have something to say. And I have a telephone number. And it says, call me at, and then after the number it says now, with big exclamation marks. There's 5 exclamation marks at the end. So maybe we'll save this and do this telephone call tomorrow. You know what I mean? Miss Cherry Jones was pretty good. She said she shed a lot of light on some stuff. And somehow that's the side of the story that I'm tending to believe. I had no idea that Isoline, that your attorney Steve has not been your attorney all along, that you run through so many attorneys, and Steve has only been on the case for 3 days prior to that interview. You know, just really, you know, like they say, there's 2 sides to every story. My accounting friend Bert Padell says that. He always says that to me. Wendy, there are 2 sides to every, or 3 sides. His side, her side, and the truth. So shout out to you, Bert. Now, I got a fax from somebody who says that they saw Stacked last night, the new Pamela Anderson sitcom. I was at the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience at the Laugh Factory, and shout out to everyone who was there. We had a great time, as usual. The drinks, stellar, as usual. Capone, funny, as usual. Capone is the gangsta of comedy, but if you see him in, what's the movie called? Death of a Dynasty. He's not being the gangster of comedy. He's being Dame Dash. He plays Dame Dash in Death of a Dynasty. And so that movie is, I believe, going straight to DVD and will be available real soon. Pone, you never really gave me information on when that DVD is coming out. And don't say you told me at the club, because if you tell me that at the Laugh Factory, I'm not listening. You see the drinks. Glasses all lined up in front of me. What do you think I'm really retaining when somebody tells me something there at the club? Call me when the sun is out and I'm sober. Anyway, Pamela Anderson sitcom, back to that. Pamela is definitely looking like a woman of a certain age now, and I don't know if it's cute and sexy the way it worked for her back in the day. I'm gonna have to check out this. Have you guys seen the show Stacked? And it's unfortunate that it comes on Wednesdays and I'll never be able to see it because I've got my Wednesday night obligation, and I love Pammy. You know what I really love about her? I love Pammy the family woman. Like, you always see pictures of her playing basketballs with her sons or running around with her two sons doing something or another. I mean, yeah, we see pictures of her jiggling in the nightclubs and stuff like that, but I think there's a healthy balance there. And somewhere the mom part of her gets lost in her look. But that's the part of it that I hang on to. She's friend in my head. She's friend in my head. She's been friend in my head for a long time, Pam Anderson. I like her a lot. And congratulations to Mariah Carey. I see the Magic 8 Ball is pointing to major sales in your first week. All right, Mimi. With a string of high-profile appearances that she's been doing. She was on Regent Kelly. She did David Letterman. Of course, Good Morning America. Hey, Brito, you did it. You done good, girl. This Mimi, listeners have been faxing in, and people are saying that this is her best album ever. People are really saying that. I bull you not. So, Mariah, if that's the case, then I wish you the best, and I'm glad. Here's the quote right here. The first week sales figures are expected to be high. I love that. And you know what? While we're talking about high sales in the Divas, friends to the show, congratulations again to Faith Evans. She sold 157,000 copies in her first week. That is great. I would like to think that somewhere the experience, had something to do with it. We celebrated Faith with Faith Day. And, she just really put it down in the concert, the little, private concert that she gave to, I guess some industry people and some special invited guests, of which, I was one of them. and she just really just put it down. You know, Faith has got this way of getting on stage, and then her DJ, she's got a lady DJ, and the DJ's mixing it up and cutting it up, and Faith is working the crowd, and you know, she was just doing her outfit was beautiful, and you know, her body, you know, she's lost the weight, she looked sexy, she didn't look all sick and whatnot, and her hair was just beautiful, and she just sang from the heart like Faith does. And so congratulations, Faith. And whether you go gold or whether you go platinum, you are a shining star on this show. And by the way, I expect to get one of them gold plaques or platinum plaques or whatever it is that you do. Todd, can you make sure that happens? Todd is her manager. Another reason that I love the Faith connection, you know, she married Todd. Todd is devoted to managing her career. It's funny, you know, because from the vantage point where I was sitting for the Faith concert, I was able to see what was going on off to the side of the stage and you know, behind the DJ and stuff like that. And Todd was definitely, it was a lot of quick walking and finger pointing and stuff like that. He didn't look like he was being nasty to anybody, but he looked like he was trying to get things ready for his wife, you know, to hit the stage and do her thing. And, you know, I just love to see that kind of, you know, that kind of, that hustle within the family. I mean, that's hot, you know. I mean, a good manager to an artist is great anyway, but to me, it's even more special, and perhaps because that's my situation. But it's even more special when the girls get their men involved, and the men absolutely support, you know, 100%. Renee and Janet, you know, for what it's worth, when that was going down, I loved that. And I just, you know, I have this, but Mary and Can Do, I just love that kind of connection. I love that. And maybe that's because that's what I live, and, you know, I realize how tough this business is on women, and oftentimes that's what we need, like, you know. And if it works for you, fine. But if it doesn't work, I understand that too, because some people can't stand being with each other all that time, and the fights get really personal. Here it is, you're fighting about something business-wise, and then all of a sudden it gets into, well, and you're so busy you don't cook, or whatever it is that, you know, that women go through. But when it works, it's great, you know. And Faith and Todd, they just have this synergy that I love it and appreciate it, personally and professionally. So, you know, Faith, again, congratulations. I know that, you know, I got word anyway that Capitol Records, you know, tried to throw you under the bus by only shipping 400,000 copies, predicting that, I guess, you know, they didn't expect much from you. But, you know, we proved them wrong. I say we because, you know, I was a part of the, you know, the mix, you know, this show. You fans, you listeners, you went out and you bought Faith's CD, and we have a love and appreciation for Faith. And Faith, we love you. And so we congratulate you. And thank you, Faith and Todd, just for being you. And Todd, thank you for holding our girl down. I love you all together. Anyway, so what do we do from here, Arthur? Are we going to play a song? I mean, you know, play a little piece of something.
A piece of something, yes.
You know what? How about if you play a 2-minute funny? Do you have a 2-minute funny?
I can play 2 in a row.
You can play 2 in a row?
Yeah.
Are we being drowned out by the same funnies?
Let's play 2 minutes of a song.
Let's play 2 minutes of a song. Okay. Well, are we going into that song now?
No, one more spot.
Oh, one more commercial. Okay. Then you're going to have like 30 seconds of a song before we bring everybody back national.
Yes.
And then we're going to play the Russell Simmons song, but we're going to play that while I'm telling stories. Like, we're going to go in and out of it, Russell. It's a certain way I have to maneuver things here. Just understand, you know, you do mogul, I do radio. Just, you know, everybody just let's work together like Faith and Todd. All right now. All right. And hit it.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Darius McCray is calling up. Now, you know him. He thinks he's calling just to promote his new NBC drama, Committed. Now, you remember Darius. He was on Family Matters. He played Eddie Winslow. So I'm sure you can think of at least one other thing to ask him about other than, so how is Everett committed now? Namely, that porn star co-star of his. And how about that little beatdown that we heard that he got served by way of Cockroach, because Cockroach couldn't borrow money because Eddie wouldn't let him to take care of Bobby Brown's kids. Oh, shut up.
Got it. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
And we're back. See how that works? Dear Wendy, I'm one of your loyal listeners in San Antonio, Texas, and all I have to say is I believe Miss Cherry to the fullest. Now, with that being said, I would like to know what Isoline did with all the money, because as she claimed yesterday, she was broke and all her furniture was in a truck in Georgia. I feel there are many holds in Isoline's story. She's money hungry, and so are her children. It's sad, the kids, yada, yada, so on and so forth. Well, and then this person says, Wendy, what the hell? You aren't picking sides, but you bought his mom's story. I think that there is still a lot of information neither side is disclosing. I'm sure he died broke, but if he owed any child support at the time of his death, his estate is still required to pay it. Yes, I understand. And she said that when money comes in, she will be making sure that his estate gets the money. Cherry Jones said, let's see, this goes on to say, Mom knows entirely too much information. Mothers can be just as ruthless as anyone else. I can't believe you apologized to that lady. Wendy, I am disappointed in you. There are 3 sides to every story. Yours, mine, and the truth, yada, yada, yada. Well, you know what? I apologize to her because no matter... This is how I was raised, and color my parents are fool for raising me this way, but you don't disrespect elders, here's the addendum, in a public forum. Now, if there's an elder disrespecting you, then behind scenes, you raise your pinky and you get up in face. Because quite frankly, just because you're older doesn't mean you're right, doesn't mean you deserve respect. You understand what I'm saying? But that's where I draw the line, even, on this radio show, pretending elders, family members I'm talking about, not elders like, if I had something to say about, name an old person. That's a different story. But I'm talking about older, like family members, that's all. And you know what? And if he was behind in child support, that's right. His estate should pay it and will pay it, but there's no money. And I totally believe there's no money. Old dirt dog. I mean, come on, man. With all due respect, I totally believe the man died broke. With not a dime. And I do believe that, any money that would be made off of any old dirty bastard CD that only 5 of you in this audience are going to buy, let's be real. Let's be real. We're not talking about the Tupac legacy here. It's not a whole bunch of money being collected off an old Dirt Dog CD. Because not a whole lot of you are buying it. Or you laugh under your breath if you want.
You're right.
All right, let me ask you this. There's 8 people in this room. Raise your hand if you're remotely interested in an old Dirty Bastard CD. Raise your hand. Not one person. We finally agree on something. The whole entire room. Let's revisit Michael Jackson, who thinks he's guilty. All right. 5 of us raise our hands, 3 don't. But I'm just saying, who's going to buy an old Dirty Bastard CD? See? We agree on something. Nobody. In this room. Who in the audience? Oh, I see 5 hands go up. 11 million people, 5 hands go up. That's all I'm saying. All right, let me have the Russell Simmons song title and whatnot. Russell came into the show earlier. He's, heavy into Buddha. He's heavy into yoga. And he's got his yoga infomercial about to come out. So in between the proactive infomercials and all the other kind of stuff, Ron Popeil and his deep fryers or whatever he sells, his juicers, you're going to see Russell's CD, yoga DVD or tape, whatever. And the first rollout of this tape, he's giving all the money to the New York City public school system. Second rollout, there's a question. He was honest with us that, he might be keeping that for his own self, as if the Simmons family needs more money. But hey, it's his effort. Why not? Nobody's hating, Russell, I appreciate you coming to the show today. Let's play Buddha Fly. That's the artist, and the song is called Rockabye. Excuse me. All right, it's up. All right. The entire time Russell was talking to me, he never made eye contact with me. He looked at the interns blankly, not like looking lusty, or he looked at the wall straight ahead. It's like really weird. I get creeped out by people who can't talk to you in your eyes. But I talked to him about that out in the hall. All right. Oh, shoot. Come on, Star, let's dance. One of the interns. Come on over here, girl. Let's dance. Come on, dance with me. All right. Come on, Shaylin, let's make a circle. You girls, one on one side and one on the other. Yeah.
How you doing?
This is the first artist on Russell Simmons.
This is a Wendy Williams exclusive.
All right. Hey, Thomas Lytel. You know, this is not a bad song at all. This is Buddha Fly. It's called Rockabye. First artist on the Russell Simmons Music Group. You checking for this Shreveport, Louisiana? What's up, Hartford? You like it? Philly, Power 99, we're on. You like it? Columbia, South Carolina, listening on the big hot 103.9. You digging this? This is Buddha Fly. It's called Rockabye. Yeah. Uh-oh. Zoe just entered the room. Come on, Zoe. Come over here and dance with the rest of me and the girls. Oh, yeah.
How you doing? How you doing?
Art, you stay over there on the buttons. Trev Hollywood, you stay in the other room and continue making those best ofs. It's almost time for a vacation. I'm exhausted. Again. Woo! Ay, 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 ay! Rockabye. Look, I know the words already. Rockabye, I'll be your baby. Okay, who does she look like? Who's famous? Russell, that was good. You don't have to behave in the way that you did, though, regarding you coming up here. I know you wanted it to be played right when you were here, and you're a man of a certain means and power, and you're used to getting things done right at the time that you want them. But, you know, with all due respect to you, your money, and your power, things have to be done a certain way here on the show. That's all. And see, we got around to it, and you're absolutely right. I like the song. I liked it. Is it really time to go, Art?
It's time to go.
Okay. Well, it is shout out to Russell for putting these people on, because this is my walkaway music right here. Oh, yeah. The Run DMC. You all, I love you for listening today. I want to thank our special psychic medium forecaster, Tana Hoy. You are absolutely brilliant in your readings. You can check out Tana at his website. He does phone readings. TANAHOY. TanaHoy.com. Thank you, Russell Simmons, for coming in today. Thank you for bringing us Buddha Fly first in America. And everybody, please come back if you see fit tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Peace party, people. See you later.
I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
Oh, yes. We've got another hour of the show to go. The bonus hour is coming up here on the Wendy Williams Experience, and the phone lines are wide open for your use right now. We can talk about anything you want. Gossip, advice, TV, Miss Cherry, Bobby, Whitney, Carlos Watson, Queen Latifah. 188, what's my number? 866-GET-WENDY. It's 866-GET-WENDY. Call now to be on the radio. Thanks.